Hola chulas, ¿cómo están? I hope everyone's having a great day. Today I kind of had an idea come to mind for what I wanted to do for my eyeshadow today, but also mainly because I'm wearing my Sailor Moon shirt and I really wanted to do something kind of based on one of the Sailor Scouts. It's really one of my favorite animes. It's been my favorite since I was a kid, so I figured why not. So I'm gonna go ahead and do something for Sailor Neptune. Her colors are really like a teal aqua color and I really love that color, and so let's go ahead and get started. So the first palette I'm gonna be dipping into is the Morphe Dare to Create 39A eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna start off with some browns. I'm going to be using Cut Crease, which is this brown, this light brown right here. And instead of my go-to, I'm going to be using my Morphe M431 brush. I kind of want to do a cut crease today. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just gonna start right here in my inner corner and then go out. And I am brushing it instead of tapping it on, just to kind of get that line for myself. And it's fine if it's a little big. I'm gonna use eyeshadow primer to cut it again. I'm gonna be trying to use the camera as my mirror. My mirror is right here. I do have vanity, but I'm blind, so that's why I'm always leaning in. So I figured I might as well try to start doing it where I'm using the camera instead. And if I really need to see, then I'll look in my mirror. That way y'all can actually see what I'm doing rather than me having to do everything and be like, okay, this is what you do, and then go on with my day. So I'm sorry about that. I'm still learning how to do all this recording nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense. I'm putting it out into the universe. I become famous for this one day, but we'll see. We'll see how my anxiety takes that. And then I'm gonna use my Morphe M434 brush and just blend it out a little bit. For the black, I'm going to be dipping into the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I'm going to be using Abyss, just this one right here. And I'm going to get my Morphe 431 brush again, this one, and just dip into it a little bit. So I don't want to make it too harsh with the black, and just follow the line I just made. I'm going to blend it out here in a minute. And then I'm going to be getting my Morphe 434 brush again, just to blend it. And then I'm going to be dipping into Jada. This one right here. I keep wanting to say Jade. I don't know. But this one right here. And I'm just going to be using my Morphe 434 brush. I already cleaned it off and everything. And just dip into that a little bit. Just start in the inner corner. Kind of give it a smoky look. The little color. In all honesty, I wanted to use my Sailor Moon ColourPop palette, but I was like, no, because if I do that, I'll have to do something for Sailor Moon, and I really want to actually do something for the Sailor Scouts, maybe even like every other video or so, do something for each one, because I do have quite a bit of Sailor Moon, like Sailor Scout shirts and stuff, and I feel like everyone always just goes straight to Sailor Moon instead of like going for each one or even a different one. Like my favorites are Sailor Mercury and Sailor Mars. Those two have always been my favorite over Sailor Moon. Everyone I've ever met has always been like, Sailor Moon's my favorite. I'm like, oh, that's typical for me. I used to love her, but then as I got older, I realized like I liked them more. And honestly, I like Sailor Neptune as well too, but I feel like I always just go back to Mars and Mercury. How about in the comments y'all tell me y'all's favorite Sailor Scout and why? And even at that, if you don't have one, just tell me your favorite anime. And if it's something I've watched, I'll comment back. If it's something I haven't watched, I'll give it a try. My husband says I don't watch enough, and I tricked him. I used to watch One Piece all the time when I was younger, and as a mom, I can't really watch it and keep up anymore. And I lost track a few years before I met my husband, and that's why he liked me, because I knew about One Piece, and I'm like, I do like the freaking anime. I just can't keep up like I used to. So whenever he's gone, and like once I finish like my makeup videos, if he's gone the whole entire time and I finish and then I'm able to do my own thing, then usually I'll watch my anime or catch up on my videos of like the YouTubers I watch, which are mainly gamers on YouTube. But that's what I usually watch, is like I'll try to catch up on my shows and anime and whatever's going on in the gaming version of YouTube. Like right now, all my favorite YouTubers are playing Resident Evil 8, and I've played the games. I haven't played the new one. My husband has it. I haven't played it yet. He finished it already, but I always enjoy watching them play it too, and then being able to play it, I don't know, just to see what their outcomes are, or what they do, you know? Or how they freak out, honestly. I just keep adding this color on just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. A little goes a long way, honestly, because I'm only tapping into it once and then putting it on my eye. And like right here, I don't think you can tell in the camera, maybe a little bit, but right here it's not taking very well. So I'm trying to darken it right there a little bit too. There we go. Now it's getting it. I think that's pretty good, like blended, and how far I want it up and everything. Again, I'm gonna try to talk more during my videos while I do everything, kind of make y'all feel included, and I feel like it just gets my anxiety out of the way of trying to talk, since I don't really know how to talk in person anyways. Might as well talk to the camera, right? I always get my Spanish and my English confused. It's either I don't know English that day or I don't know Spanish that day. It varies. Being bilingual, huh? You either speak Spanglish or you don't speak either. Or you only know one for the whole day. And that's my brain. Sometimes I'll forget a word and I'm like, what is that word? And that's like, I say it in Spanish and then they're like, this is what it is. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so I put my P. Louise base in Rumour 02 on my hand. And I have my Luxie 246 Precision Crease brush. I have been doing a better job at keeping my brushes clean, especially with this. I saw this because of TikTok. TikTok is making me buy so many freaking things. My husband hates me. But it's this makeup brush cleaner. Cinema Secrets Pro Cosmetics. It's 99.99% bacteria free, and it is quick drying, and it works. Like, it has a weird smell to it, but once it dries you don't smell it anymore, especially on your brushes. But I'm really loving this. So usually after I'm done for the day, once I finish my makeup and once I get home, before I clean my face, I clean all my brushes with it. It's just, it's heaven. I'm so glad I saw that on TikTok, to be honest. And I'm just gonna get a little bit on the edge, and I'm just going to cut the crease a little bit just so it's more pointed right here. I'll start on my inner corner. I am also trying to do it like this. I'm sorry, I'm right-handed and I always start on my right eye first. Well, in reality, when I do my makeup, like just doing it, not on camera, I always do both eyes at the same time. So like usually I'll have this eye, like whatever I put on this eye, I'll put on this eye too. So when I'm blending this eye, I blend this one right after. It's not just me doing one eye and then the other one. It's me doing them at the same time pretty much. Or like how I put the brown on, I would have put it on already on this side and I would have blended it out and then blended it out. Might sound dumb, but that's just how I do things. It's just easier for me. But when I'm recording, I do one eye so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. I always add a little bit more because I didn't put enough in the first place. Always add a little bit more because I didn't put enough in the first place. I only put enough like if I was doing a half cut crease. So my bad. I haven't done a regular cut crease like this in a while, so that's my fault. And I've kind of gotten better at doing that. I've been working really hard for you guys to get better at this stuff. It's just my eyes are really big, so they don't touch right there, I feel like. I'm gonna have to turn this way. I can't. I'm blind. I'm sorry. And I mean, it's not like I can't see myself in the camera. I could see myself pretty well. It's just with the lighting, it's different on the camera than it is for me in person. Okay, now I'm going to be using my Hip Dot Zion palette, and I'm going to be using Virgin. So right here, just to do my lid. And I'm going to be using my Morphe M124 brush, and I'm going to spray it with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And also I'm just using these colors, the teal colors, because I really wanted to use that today. And I figured why not, like Sailor Neptune's on my freaking shirt. I might as well. I'm going to be getting my Morphe M434 brush just to kind of blend, clean it up a little bit. And dip back into Jada. My Moda Pro BMX 498 line brush, just an angled liner brush. I'm going to wet it with my airbrush setting spray. And then I'm going to be using my Hip Dot Glitter Deco Pressed Glitter palette, and I'm going to be dipping into Effigy, which is this one right here. This is my first time using these. I barely bought these, and I was like, I really want glitters. And I mean, I have glitters, but I really wanted to try these since they're pressed, and so that's what we're doing today. See how well they work, especially with just a regular brush. that's just wet. And then on the other eye, off camera, I'm gonna use like eyelash glue to line it and then see how it works with just wetting it and then eyelash glue. Okay, just wetting it is fine too. I might just leave it as just wetting it. My lord, look at that. That is already just so pretty. Like, are y'all seeing this? Like, that's just by wetting the brush and barely tapping into it. Like, I'm really loving these. If you can't tell, I'm really loving these. These are gonna have to be my go-to now. I'm just gonna have to be extra every day with my makeup now. Okay, I really like these glitters. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'm going to be using eyelash glue to do the liner on this side to see which one works better. So far, just wetting, just spraying the brush with setting spray is pretty good. It takes a little bit longer though, I feel like. It took a little bit. But I'm gonna see how it is with eyelash glue on the other eye. So I'll be right back with both eyes done in a minute, face cleaned off, so we can go ahead and get to everything else. Okay, and we're back. Here is the final eye look. They might be a little uneven. I was having trouble because I kept shaking on my left eye. But I mean, it's pretty much close. They're decent. And I did end up using eyelash glue on this side after all, because I felt like using the eyelash glue on this side made it look darker than this side. Like, it caught more glitter, so it was a little more, it had more glitter. Sorry, I don't know my terminology very well, but this one ended up with a lot more glitter, so I ended up using eyelash glue on this side just to add a little bit more. But I mean, all in all, I really like this look. It's just so pretty. I can't stop looking at it, and this glitter is just so pretty. Like, even with just setting spray, it was nice, but I just wanted to add eyelash glue to make it a little bit darker. I'm so in love with it already as it is. All right, let's go ahead and get started with blush. My go-to from Allmar Cosmetics Colorete Blush Trio. Going to mix, of course, Toasted and Isla together. And I will be using my Morphe X Jeffree Star JS2 brush. Just Then now I am going to use highlighter. I'm going to be using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in Mint Condition. I felt like this was the closest one that I had to what we're going for today. Oh, and I'm using my Morphe R36 brush, sorry. I tend to forget what I'm doing, or I get really excited and I just keep going. And now I'm going to be using my Morphe M441 brush. And I did add some black from the same palette from my glitter Deco, and it is in the color Silhouette. Before I forget, I just added a little bit to my inner corner. Okay, and now for lipstick. I'm such a freaking, I want to say freak, I'm going by corpse now. I'm such a freak for freaking black lipstick. Like, I love using it whenever I do get to, especially like during fall or like Halloween. It's just, I love it. And I'm so sad that it's summer because you can't use it as much. I mean, technically you could, but I don't feel like you could very much, as much as I'd like to at least. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is in the color Uninvited. This is my favorite black lipstick. I have many black lipsticks and I feel like this one's my favorite because it stays on and it doesn't look watered down. So I think this, I'm gonna have to use my mirror because I'm gonna keep leaning up. Okay, and this is the final look. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I am obsessed with how this turned out. I really just wanted to do something to go with like the Sailor Scouts like colors, so I chose Neptune because one, she's on my shirt right there. And also I really wanted to try this particular glitter out from the palette. Like, I'm really obsessed, especially like using setting spray is good enough, but using eyelash glue or actual glitter glue is 20 times better, like 100 times better even. Like, it's just, this glitter is so like, I just love it, and this look is just perfect. I'm obsessed. I don't want to take this off, and it's 8 at night, and I'm gonna have to take this off in a couple of hours after I get my kids to sleep. So I'm not going to put setting spray, but y'all know the setting spray I use is always the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray. Such a freaking mouthful. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, chulas.